Right, video number 3. Print screen into here. The line x equals 1. So the very first thing we need to do is draw that line. Now, x equals 1 is a vertical line. So let me put the notes back up. The notes back up, right? So when x is a number, it's a vertical line that goes through that number on the x-axis. So let me hide that again, minimize that, and minimize that. Right, super. So x equals 1. Now, if you ever forgot that, or you were wondering, oh, which one is it, which one is it? Just list some coordinates where the x number is 1. I'll get you started, right? 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6, 1, 7. They all have in common the x number is 1. And all of those coordinates literally go up vertically in a straight line. And that straight line is this straight line here. So this is the line x equals minus 1. Okay, and just for the record, just so we keep in these notes, this is a vertical line going through minus 1 on the x-axis. There we go. Oh, somehow that's disappeared, right? And also it's x equals 1. Sorry about that. Let me just get rid of that. Right. X equals 1 is a vertical line that goes through 1 on the x-axis. So this is our mirror line. Now this is where we have to start kind of really being okay with visualizing. Okay, basically, if I look at this coordinate here, this 2, 4, I might ask the question, well, how far away is it from the mirror line? It's 1 away, right? So let me put that on there, right? It's 1 away from the mirror line. It's going to flip over there and be 1 away from the mirror line. Let's have a look at another coordinate. 2, 7. How far away is that from the mirror line? Well, it's also 1 away. Because remember, the mirror line in this question is different, right? It's not the y-axis like it was before. It's 1 away from 2, 7. So when it flips, it's still going to be 1 away. And then this one, which won't be the easiest thing in the world to try to draw, but I'll try my best. How far away is that from the mirror line? It's 1, 2, 3 away from the mirror line. So I must go 1, 2, 3 away in that direction. And then, just as before, we'll join these up. Now, what you should end up with, right, is a triangle that is exactly the same size and dimensions. So that means the word for that is congruent. So all that's happened to this triangle is it has been flipped over. It has still got a base of 2 and a height of 3. It is the same size, but it has been flipped over. And it has been flipped over, not put anywhere, but specifically been put here because of where the mirror line was. If you put a mirror there, it would perfectly go over to there. And if you find this very difficult to visualize, I don't blame you, but there's not a. I would have to have a really good think about additional ways I could try to illustrate this. So I would await further questions before I started to try to think about that, because it is quite tricky. But anyway, let's have a look at the coordinates anyway. So we've got 0, 4. Right, 0 along and 4 up. And we've also got 0 along and 7 up. And we have -2, 4. Right, so there's that one. Right, x is -2 for this one, so I will go through this one. Kind of want a y one as well, but perhaps that will come next. So I'm going to answer this a bit faster, and then the next one that's a y one I'll go into a bit more detail. But this is how I would answer this one. Okay, so x is -2. Right, well that's a vertical line that goes through -2. That's that. And then I would start asking the question of, whereabouts do the coordinates go? So for example, where does this one here go? Well, this time it's like 4 away, right? It's quite a distance. It's 4 away from the mirror line this time. Well, it means it flips and goes 4 that way. And that will be true for that little coordinate down there as well. Right, 4 on that side, and then flips and goes 4 on that side. And then last one, this one's really far away, right? This is 6 away from the mirror line. If you count them out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. So it's going to go 6 that way. So nearly off the graph paper. And then I'm just filling in the image here. Okay, so that there is our image. So again, I get a triangle that's the same size from what it started as, 2 along and 3 up, 2 along and 3 up, but it has been flipped. And the position that it has ended up in is totally dependent on this mirror line. Okay, the mirror line is a bit further away from the shape, so the image is going to be a bit further away from the shape. And then all that's actually left to do now is type in the coordinates, right? So let me do the green one first, followed by the yellow one, finished with the blue one. Okay, this is the first one that's about y, so let me print screen on this. Now, when y was a number, it was a horizontal line that went through that number on the y-axis. So if you have a look back through the previous videos or through your notes, you should be able to identify that that is this line here. That's our mirror line. And that's going to be where this shape is flipped. Now, instead of getting flipped like that, it's going to be flipped like that. So let's see where the coordinates end up. I should just point something out, by the way. If at any point I'm going too fast, or if at any point you have a question, one option that you have is where you could rewatch the previous videos and make sure you understand everything in them. If you understand perfectly up to a certain point, You could pause at that point, you could tell me the video, and you could tell me the time, and you could try to explain what your question is, and then I can try to help you, okay? But it's only really possible for me to help you if I actually understand what your question is, okay? It's fine to tell me that you're stuck or that you're finding it hard, but I can't really help you unless I'm given something more specific. So I need to know that you've watched the videos from Mr. Hegarty, and I need to know that you have watched the videos that I've made up until a certain point, and I need to know exactly what your question is, and then I'm more than happy to make more videos specifically explaining anything that someone's asked, as long as I think I can do it well enough through a video. Otherwise, I might just reply in a comment or in an email. So anyway, let's have a look. So where have I got this answer? Well, the bottom of the triangle here, this base, which is two wide, it's 3 above the mirror line. It's 2 above the x-axis, but it is 3 above the mirror line, which means the image is going to be 3 below the mirror line. And if you look at the top vertex or corner, it's 6 away from the mirror line. So right down here at the bottom, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away from the mirror line. And again, if you sort of tilt your head, have a good look, you kind of blur your eyes, maybe you ignore the axes, hopefully you can see that it is a perfect reflection in that blue line. So all that is left is for us to write down the coordinates. So I'll do the red one first, so that's 6 minus 4, then the yellow one, 4 minus 7, and then the blue one, 4 minus 4. Right, and then we'll finish with this one, and then I might wait to see how how people respond to these videos before talking about the next Hegarty task, just because I don't want to give you all too much at once. But anyway, y equals 3 is this question. So that's a horizontal line that goes through 3 on the y-axis. So that's the mirror line. Now, the shape actually has a corner that's on the mirror line. So that corner doesn't move. It is 0 away from the mirror line, which means when it gets reflected, it is still 0 away. So it actually stays the same. However, this corner here will flip up here, and this corner here will flip up here. And the shape that we end up with looks like this. Literally flipped, I could try to draw it flipped up like this to create this here. Okay, so I'm just going to write in the coordinates now. So one of the coordinates actually has stayed exactly the same. One of the coordinates is now 1, 5, and then the last coordinate is 6, 5. So I would have to retake that, I think, because I skipped a question. But I'm really hopeful that this has helped. Please let me know if it has, or if you're still really stuck. You could certainly have a go at reflections 1 and focus on that before thinking about reflections 2. Okay, and then you can have a go at that as well, and I can always make a video on that. But anyway, I hope this has been helpful. Let me know if you've got any questions, so you can leave questions as comments, or you can email me them. Yeah, see you later.